Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 in the beta, still with Nottingham Forest. We are consistently inconsistent, is the best way of putting it. We've played 5 matches since the last episode. We've won 1, we've drawn 2, and we've lost 2. First up was a 2-2 draw against Preston, and it was a match that we threw it away. Ryan Yates and Michael Obafemi with goals for us in the first half. In the second half, Callum Robinson with a quick-fire double on 57 and 59. We were the better side, had a lot more possession. They had a similar amount of shots in this one, but again, couldn't really score too many goals, and defensively we were not very good. Then, against relegation-threatened Ipswich, we lose 3-1, because of course we do. Chuks Anike with 2 goals, Sully Kaikai also with a goal, Joe Lolly with the goal for us. We destroyed them on possession and on shots, and we conceded 3. The one and only match that we did win was up against Bradford City. Tobias Figueiredo and Ruka with the 2 goals for us, a 2-0 victory. We once again destroyed them on possession and shots, and this time actually have something to show for it. And then our inconsistency returns once again, this time against Cardiff. Jeff Cameron opens the scoring for them just before the hour mark. Joe Worrell scores an equaliser late on for us, and look at the possession, and look at the shots. And yes, of course we didn't score any more than 1 goal, because we never do. And then finally up against high-flying Brentford, we got battered. And I mean battered. 3-0, Neil Mapai and Marcus Maddison with the goals for Brentford. We did have 8 shots, we had a lot more possession, and once again we didn't do anything with it, but Brentford were the better side. Neil Mapai's 2 goals were awful defending, however. It means the league table looks like this. We are down in 18th place still, but the league table is still very tight at the moment. I mean, QPR are rooted to the bottom. Blackburn and Derby are quite high up there as well. Bristol City, Swansea. Anyone over 20 points is probably out of reach at the moment, which means up to 8th is actually kind of within touching distance. Today, we've got 2 matches. It's 2nd place Derby County and 1st place Blackburn. So I don't think we're going to win any. Now, I don't know too much about the Midlands and where places are located, but apparently Derby and Nottingham are quite close, and this is a fierce rival. This is our main rivalry. So, just a perfect opportunity for us to try and turn things around, isn't it? We are going to try something different. This is a formation that I have scoured the internet for. I've done some testing with a completely different team, and it seems to do okay. So we're going to go for it. It's a 4-2-3-1 formation, and more importantly, strikers actually score goals. So the formation, or the starting lineup we're going to go for, it's not Costel Pantilimon. Yes, it is, because Jordan Smith let in 3 last game. Pantilimon is stroppy. He's unhappy. I don't know why. We're underachieving. You're a goalkeeper, mate, conceding the goals. Anyway, Pantilimon in goal. Darikwa, Worrell, Hefele and Vokins are going to be the back 4. Besic and Panagiotis are going to be the 2 deep midfielders. So one of them is a deep-lying playmaker. That would be Besic. Panagiotis is going to be a Segundo Volante. I don't quite know what that position is. I think he'll actually fill kind of this area instead. In the attacking positions on the right-hand side, Matty Cash will be playing. Ben Osborne will be the attacking midfielder. In the middle, George Grant will be the inside forward on the left. Eric Exposito will be the striker. And I feel like Ryan Yates should actually probably be playing, shouldn't he? Considering he is actually my top scorer, and he's actually not a bad Segundo Volante. So, Yates is going to stick in there. He's 2-star. I mean, he's not a good Segundo Volante. Maybe, do we put him up here instead? Is that... He can't play anywhere near that. Right, we're going to go with that. I feel like possibly not the ideal solution, but we're going to go for it anyway. Hold on, what's going on here? They've changed some things. Everyone has little weird backgrounds now. I don't think they had them before, because they look a bit weird now, particularly the players who don't actually have their faces. Anyway, Derby County, away from home. They are playing probably one of the oldest goalkeepers on the game. Oh, he's only 34. He's actually very good. I thought he was a lot older than that. Right. Team talk done by our assistant manager. Hopefully, the new formation can actually do the business. I've also changed the camera. We're going with a sideline camera now because it gives us a much higher perspective of the pitch. Doesn't give us these weird camera angles when the ball goes into the corners. I think it's probably a better choice. Smith Rowe with a free kick for Derby. It's gone all the way through and Bradley Johnson has made it 1-0 to Derby County. We have not started well. We've had 0 highlights apart from the 1 goal for Derby. I don't know whether I like this new formation. Is it because I don't have the players for it? Is that the problem? Osborne with a corner, crosses it in, Exposito is there, it's cleared by Derby County, and now the counter-attack is on. Vokins is going to get there first and play it all the way back to the Romanian Costel Pantilimon. Jake Vokins now, inside his own half, forward to Grant. Grant going to take it round his man? Nope, he's played it inside to Besic. Yates again, Osborne. All the way across, Dariqua is going to get there first. There's 5 in the box if he can find any one of them. He can't get his cross very far. Gets the ball back from Besic. Besic gets the ball back from Dariqua. Runs inside. Osborne spins, goes for goal, hits it wide of the post. I'm not sure I like this camera angle, actually. Half time then, we are dominating possession, but we always seem to dominate possession. 5 shots each, 2 on target each. 1 goal for Derby County. I'm going to sympathise, I guess, because I've just asked the assistant to do it. No more subs, we're going to go straight into the second half. Osborne with the corner, plays it deep, Exposito is there, it's going to be a penalty. It's a penalty. Kevin Long has fouled somebody. Who's stepping up? Why is the camera angle so zoomed out? Who is stepping up for it? It is number 31, is Dariqua, into the bottom corner. And we are 1-1 with our local rivals Derby County. I've noticed that Football Manager have released a patch which means penalties are better. My brother apparently has missed 13 out of 14 penalties in his save. Firstly, that's a lot of penalties to have. Secondly, that's a lot of penalties to miss. It does seem like the tactic still doesn't really mean that our strikers do too much. We're going to bring on Zach Clough. Osborne's not playing too well as well. So we're going to bring on Jason Cummings. Jason Cummings is actually an attacking midfielder, so he might be a better choice for that position. Lawrence with a corner for Derby. It's cleared by Worrell, but only as far as Tom Huddleston. Lawrence gets the ball back, runs inside, plenty of space, goes for goal. What a shocking bit of defending. They just let Tom Lawrence run all the way through, and they just put it in the back of the net. We've got 12 minutes to try and find another equaliser. I'm going to go very attacking. There's no point in losing. We may as well lose 3-1 rather than 2-1. Nothing's happening at all. It is going to be another defeat. Soon, we are going to be up in front of the Nottingham Forest board. If it keeps going this way, that is going to happen. Look at this. More shots than them. Less goals. Actually, 0 goals because I don't count penalties. More possession as well. I don't get it. I really don't. So the result means that we haven't actually moved anywhere in the table because I guess everyone else around us has also lost their matches. But it does mean now that 10th place is just about out of reach. We need to win a game, because actually, if we just win one match, we can move up to possibly 16th place. Look at that. We've got, up next, first place Blackburn. Easy. A couple more days have passed and it is time for the Blackburn game. I've said before, I don't like the fact that they wear this weird sky blue thing. Right, they are in strong form, we are in inconsistent form, and why am I not surprised? Let's pick the starting lineup, shall we? The starting lineup then will be in goal, Costel Pantilimon, Dariqua, Worrell, Figueiredo and Vokins will be the back four. Besic and Panagiotis are going to be the Segundo Volante and the deep line playmaker today. On the bench, Ryan Yates is still going to be there, obviously. Matty Cash, George Grant and Ben Osborne will be the front three. I've swapped those two over because Grant is actually an attacking midfielder in the middle, and he's not terrible. He's actually quite good. I thought he was worse than what he is, but yeah, he's actually not too bad. Up front is going to be Southampton youngster Michael Obafemi, but he doesn't score goals, so it doesn't matter. Although he has scored 1 goal, but he was playing as an inside forward. Blackburn playing a very similar formation to us. Maybe that is a key. Maybe that is the reason why this formation works, because Blackburn have found the cheat, so we're going to go and play the same formation as them, and hopefully we can have the same form that Blackburn have. That's not how this game works. Throw in deep in the Blackburn half. Besic to Dariqua. Going to play it back to Besic. Cross in. Cash. Matty Cash is there, and he has rattled the top of the bar. 8 minutes in, we've had a chance, and Jake Vokins has taken a knock. He actually took a knock after about 40 seconds. Dariqua with a free kick forward to Matty Cash. Cash inside to Grant. Grant to Panagiotis. He's got Osborne on his left-hand side. Plenty of space for Ben Osborne to run into. Keeps going. Besic has a go from outside the area, and that was inches wide and slightly over from the Bosnian. Vokins with a free kick. Goes for goal. David Rea makes the save. Was that actually across the line? That looked like it might have been across the line. We're going to see. It is not across the line. It was on the line. Jake Vokins is inches away from scoring. He is going to score a free kick at some point because he keeps taking them and he keeps getting close. 0-0 so far. We are not doing terrible, although we've struggled for possession and poor shots to touch ratios in the penalty area, which is actually what happens every single game. Vokins is going to come off because he's very tired. We're going to bring on Rucker. Rucker is weirdly good. I don't know why he's good, but he's weirdly good. He shouldn't be. Stats-wise, they're not great, but he seems to perform quite consistently every time. We have won a corner from the first highlight of the second half. Grant takes the corner. Worrell's there deep in the penalty area, but it is easily cleared. Mulgrew with a free kick hits it just wide of the post. That is Blackburn's first actual effort that I think we've actually seen. Harrison to Abraham. Abraham, is that Tammy Abraham or is that Timmy Abraham? I'm not sure. It's one of them. It's a corner. Who's going to be taking the corner for Blackburn? Harrison once again to the front post. Abraham is there. Pantilimon makes an easy save. Right, strikers are not playing well, which is no surprise. Obafemi off for Clough. We're also going to bring off Ben Osborne for Ryan Yates. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with Ryan Yates. Maybe we do that? Do you reckon Besic? Besic can be an inside forward, can't he? Maybe? Probably not. We're going to try it. We've got 15 minutes left to play, and I want a goal. I really need to get a goal in this game, because I think after this match, we might be up in front of the board if we don't actually get any points from it. Final 10 seconds of the game. Blackburn have the ball, but this is going to be the final highlight of the match, and it is going to be a 0-0 draw, which isn't the end of the world, but it's a match. Look at that, 12 shots again. Is there something I'm missing? Is there like a weird setting to say, hey, strikers, or people who are having shots, try actually getting them on target and putting them away from the goalkeeper? Because at the moment, I'm assuming all 6 of those shots were straight at David Raya, because he got a 7.3 rating. Zach Clough vows to end his goal drought. He's now played over 18 hours. 18 hours of competitive football for Zach Clough. Look at this. Look at this mess. I don't think he's actually scored a goal for me. He's played 10 games so far for me. Actually, he's played more than that. He's probably played 15 games for me. He scored, what? Yep, no goals. 0 goals. 0 goals in 15. He's got 1 assist. Well, the point against Blackburn isn't a terrible point in the grand scheme of things. However, we don't deserve to be this low down. Literally, we are 2 points off of second bottom in the table. That is awful. That is so bad. Let's take a look at this then. So, I'm looking at just the Blackburn game. We disappointingly converted none of our 52 touches in the penalty area. 52! None of them. Couldn't score a goal. 7 long shots. I mean, a few of them that got close. That was about it. 5 shots inside the penalty area. 2 of them, or 3 of them possibly, straight in the middle of the goal. In the middle of the goal. Put them in the corners. You know, where the players aren't. We do not have a good shots to touches ratio in the opposition's penalty area, but theirs is also poor in ours. I don't care about theirs, it's ours. I don't care if they're not scoring. In fact, I encourage the fact that they're not scoring. And that is just a whole load of lines that I don't quite understand. Right, next episode we are going to go for Reading and Hull. I think 2 matches I think we should be able to win. Reading, we're at home, they're 11th. That should be a winnable game. Hull, 23rd in the table. So that should be definitely a winnable game. Unless something happens with us meeting the board at some point. Because I think we are... Oh no, we're stable. This has all changed. Hold on. Yes, we are stable currently with the board. So we are unlikely to be visiting the board just yet. It will happen at some point, but right now we're okay. That is going to do it then for this episode. It's probably a very quick episode. So next time is going to be Reading and Hull, like I just said. Thank you very much for watching if you did enjoy. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you for the Reading and Hull games, which might be on Monday, maybe?